Convicted child sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, reportedly dead. Why did the so-called best and brightest want to hang out with this guy so much? Have you heard what the Wall Street Journal has uncovered? Bill Gates, who changed the way we live, right? With Microsoft, right? A computer on every desk. He did that. Well, was he being blackmailed by Jeffrey Epstein? It may have been over this woman.
2 years ago, I said to everyone that I'm going to meet this guy. Nobody believed me. Last year, I played against him at the same table at the National Bridge Tournament in Washington, D.C. I didn't beat him, but I tried to kick him with my leg.
All right, whatever. She's some Russian bridge player in her 20s and came between, literally, Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Gates. They had some sort of fight over her. Epstein paid for her tuition. It seemed to be kind of trying to get Gates to cooperate him in some other matter. These rich and powerful people. What is it about Jeffrey Epstein? What was it about him? I mean, he had an island. Okay, couldn't Gates and a lot of other people afford their own island? I don't know. He had a jet. Is this why everybody was signing up to be with Jeffrey Epstein? And a very nice townhouse. These do not seem to be sufficient incentives to hang around with Jeffrey Epstein. And the whole world, I mean, the rulers of the world showed up at this townhouse at various times. Yes, Bill Gates went to Jeffrey Epstein's house in Manhattan. The current CIA director, a guy named Bill Burns, hanging out there. Ehud Barak, the former Israeli prime minister. Larry Summers, the Treasury Secretary, president of Harvard. Prince Andrew, we all know about that by now, right? Charlie Rose. I mean, these are the titans or former titans of media. George Stephanopoulos went there. He said he knew nothing about Jeffrey Epstein's sordid past. Woody Allen and Chelsea Handler. Look, anybody can be saved, right? But you have to want to be saved, and there's no indication that Jeffrey wanted to do any of that, and every indication that he was still involved in all the stuff that he apparently loved to do that was incredibly harmful to other people. So when he dies in prison, that's the official word, right? He died in prison. Who ran the prisons? Ultimately, the Bureau of Prisons reports to the Attorney General, Bill Barr. And this is possibly the freakish coincidence ever. Bill Barr's father hired Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein was a private school teacher, math, even though he never graduated from college. And the guy who hired him at that prestigious private school in New York City was a guy named Barr, Bill Barr's father. The weirdest thing in the world. The world is a complex, weird place that often doesn't make a lot of sense. And that's why you can't have some amateur at the very top, right? You know who Byron Donalds is, the Republican from Florida, superstar, future down the road, 2032, 2036, who knows? But listen to his take on who should be the next president.
We have a situation right now where Russia's on the move and China is on the move. We need somebody who can step in day one, look at Vladimir Putin, look at Xi Jinping and say, okay, enough. I'm back. We're going to get everything in order the way it was
DeSantis has that ability.
I think it's going to take him time. I think there's only one person who has that ability right now, and it's Donald Trump.
Totally. Think about all the others who are running right now and who may run soon. Nikki Haley is declared. Does she have what it takes to go toe-to-toe with Vladimir Putin? I think we know the answer. Vivek Ramaswamy, brilliant guy. He would be great in the cabinet maybe someday. Up against Putin? No. Larry Elder is declared. Amazing radio host, commentator, but not up against Putin, no. Asa Hutchinson, give it up, please. And the most recent entrant, Tim Scott. These guys, they don't have what Trump has. Experience, world respect. Those guys, it's going to take them 3 years to figure out what's going on. By the way, Tim Scott, you saw him a moment ago. He did make it official today.
Joe Biden and the radical left are attacking every single rung of the ladder that helped me climb. And that's why I'm announcing today that I'm running for president of the United States of America.
I don't know. Great guy. Again, maybe in the cabinet, but what do you think? That was a lot of enthusiasm. That's great. But 58 years old, senator from South Carolina. Let's take another look.
I can't tell you how much I mean this in the depths of my heart. I'm so proud to be an American. I hope you are. Are you proud to be an American? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Oh, yeah.
I don't know. What was that guy? Howard Dean in Iowa? There's hints of that right now. Anyway, I like him. I respect him. But why now? I don't think so. He says his story is a really compelling one. Everybody's got a story. You do, I do, he does.
We live in the land of opportunity. We live in the land where it is absolutely possible for a kid raised in poverty, in a single-parent household, in a small apartment, to one day serve in the People's House, and maybe even the White House.
The crowd was applauding all too much. They got in the way. That speech was too long because of the applause. Look, the whole story routine, I don't know. It's what skills do you bring to the table now? Barack Obama, he was really big on the story, right? Single parent, oh, by the way. The father was off back in Africa. Whatever. I don't care. What can you do for us right now? What are the skills? We know Obama had no skills. And there was this.
We need a president that persuades. We have to do that with common sense, conservative principles. But we have to have a compassion for people. We have to have a compassion for people who don't agree with us. We have to believe that our ideas are so strong and so powerful and so persuasive that we can actually take it to the highest points in the world.
Some of the people who disagree with us are trying to destroy this country, and they don't deserve compassion. Some of them deserve to be arrested. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to treat this with compassion. These are monsters who are after our children. This is an anti-American, anti-human agenda they have. And this is not the time for a kinder, gentler stuff. And that's the overall direction I'm picking up from Senator Scott. Oh, by the way, he's running against Nikki Haley, who gave him the job in the first place.
It is with great pleasure that I am announcing that I am appointing our next U.S. Senator to be Congressman Tim Scott.
Now, she's running. I mean, isn't there any loyalty in politics, or at least like, I don't know, I'm going to sit this one out. You made me a U.S. Senator. I'm no big Nikki Haley fan, but she is governor, appointed him as a congressman to the seat vacated by Jim DeMint. Remember him? And then, by the way, Nikki Haley, who, I mean, I guess it couldn't happen to a nicer gal, huh?
He still has a lot of popularity. If he runs again in 2024, will you support him?
Yes.
If he decides that he's going to run, would that preclude any sort of run that you would possibly make yourself?
I would not run if President Trump ran.
And she did. That's what politicians do. Back to Senator Scott, career politician. And we need some of those, but what are the skills that he brings to the table? Is this really the time? He's 58 years old. He gets along with Trump. Trump wished him good luck in this quest. We'll see what happens. Is he running for vice president? Could that be? Career politicians. You know who's a career politician? This guy, former Secretary of Defense Robert Gates. Now, he may not have held elective office, but very, very political, watching his every word, you know, very mindful of who's watching and who am I going to offend and should I say this now? He is considered a grand, wise man of Washington, D.C., and he had something to say yesterday on one of the Sunday shows.
What do you think the biggest threat to the United States is right now?
I think it is the polarization in the country. And And, you know, we've always had polarization in America, but what's been different more recently is not just a measure of paralysis, as indicated by the debt ceiling, but a level of meanness and a lack of civility among our politicians.
Meanness is the greatest, what do they like to say, existential threat to America. Meanness. This is a shot at Donald Trump. This guy is so swamp, so much. He does not like Trump. I'm sorry, again, back to the monsters. We have to stop this, all right? And civility, kindness, gentility, not right now. Our country is disintegrating. We don't have, I mean, really, we're in the fight for our lives right now. And you've got Joe Biden, AOC, not only allowing this stuff, encouraging it, rooting for it. And it's insane. What about President Xi, Mr. Secretary? Don't you think China is a greater threat than people saying things to each other on Twitter or on Truth Social? Again, career politicians. You know, he knew about Joe Biden way back when, back to Gates here, okay? He knew that he was not up to being commander-in-chief, had no business being president. He knew this guy, knew it firsthand, and he wanted to say it. But got to be careful because you never know who might hire you or who may want to give money to your institution or university or whatever. So watch him walk the line.
Would he be an effective commander-in-chief?
I don't know. I don't know. I think I stand by that statement.
I don't know. I don't know. I wrote something in the book, and people can buy the book. Well, here's the book. Here's what he said about Joe Biden, all right? I think he has been wrong on nearly every major foreign policy and national security issue over the past 4 decades. And he wrote that years ago about Joe Biden. He's like, well, I don't know. I'd rather not. Fortunately, most men in America aren't this weak.